Welcome to Gas Donkey. We're coming up in the world because we are taking this out. It's an AMG A35 hand-built engine, absolutely stunning car. We're going to do a cold start at the moment. The fact that they're actually giving it to us means we're coming up in the world with our YouTube, and yeah, can't wait. Here in Fitzpatrick's garage of Kildare Town, and as I said, my favourite person in the world is Barry. How are you, Barry?
Hey, Paul.
And we're keeping our distance and all for all these fires. We're doing everything. We're protecting ourselves and the whole shebang, and everything's proper. But I'm an ordinary guy looking at cars. I never pretend I know everything about the car, but the guy that knows everything about this car is standing beside me. He's 6 foot tall. He's a Gemini, and he loves gardening, and he's into horses, and his name is Barry. Barry, how are you?
Good, thank you, Paul.
Barry, we're standing beside what?
So this is a very special car to be ordered in just when we were remodeling our showroom and extending the showroom. So I wanted a bit of a bespoke piece to stand out in our showroom. So this is a A35 AMG. So this is the real deal, and it was a very special car. We put a lot of thought into when we were ordering, and we wanted to look in a particular way.
So you designed the car?
We custom ordered this car from scratch.
From scratch.
So I suppose it is an A35 to start with. We'll put a few extras on it, such as the Aero Pack, the AMD Light Pack as well as on the car, but also the Premium Plus Pack.
Right.
So I suppose we wanted it to drive a certain way, but we wanted to look a certain way as well, and this is exactly what we have.
So when you say you designed it yourself, things that I noticed straight away is what are these?
So this is part of the Aero Pack.
Yeah.
And to me this will be an extremely important feature on any AMG. So these are extra trims and design features that but this pack is only available on the full-blown AMG cars. So we have the more aggressive front bumper there on the car. Those black appointments also extend out to the side skirts on the car as well. You can see them there down low.
And then you have your diffuser on the back of it.
You have your factory fitted spoiler on the back of it, and then again more treatments down to the rear bumper too.
Your light system is
Yeah,
as well.
so this is a multi-beam headlight system that's on the car. Absolutely the last word in the headlights. So that's part of the Premium Plus Pack we put onto it as well. So not only are they really, really striking when you're out driving the car, but safety-wise and that as well. But they're actually legally the brightest headlights that you can legally put into any car.
Well, we're going to work our way around, and we're going to come back to the engine in a second.
Yeah.
We're coming on here, your rims and your discs.
Yeah, so again, this is another feature to be upgraded on the car as well. So the AMG 35 will come standard with a set of 19-inch wheels. These are unique wheels just for the AMG 35, an optional extra, but I think very, very well worth it.
It's really worth it. Your discs are...
Yeah, this again, a full AMG twin piston caliber brake disc as well, with the oversized vented cross-drilled brake discs in the car as well. So it's important to go fast, but important to be able to stop as well.
I knew that about the brakes, and I just educated them a few minutes ago. We pretend that you obviously have your turbo,
Yeah, so
which is real.
That's the decal on the lettering on the side of the wing. So yeah, this is a turbocharged car. It's 303 brake horsepower from a 2-litre turbocharged unit. This is actually the most powerful 2-litre 4-cylinder engine that's being produced worldwide.
Unbelievable. I stuck that on a manual car that is a 1-litre petrol.
Yeah, no, this is the real thing.
We're going to show the inside in a second. We'll come along here now. You can see the diffuser. I love the exhaust you picked, Barry.
Yeah,
Absolutely
so again,
stunning.
the addition of putting on the night pack actually on the car that you can see is it adds the black high gloss chrome that you can see on the rear diffuser, and also the rear wing as well.
Yeah.
So again, these are all features. It's a mixture of the aero pack and on the night pack as well.
Absolutely stunning car. James is going to do videos in a few minutes of the inside. If you notice what Barry's after doing, suede leather seats.
Yeah.
Kind of a bucket racing seat in the Barry, isn't it?
They are very, very supportive seat, but also, do you know what, very, very comfortable. This is
Comfortable,
where the whole luxury aspect of it comes into play as well. So they are, yeah, like this is a full AMG, and it has to drive and hug you into a seat like an AMG naturally would.
Upgraded steering wheel.
Upgraded steering wheel, full Napa leather with a racing point on it. There our straight line indicator there on the top of the wheel, but again, full AMG steering wheel also.
So we're going to do the inside in a second. So Barry's going to show us the engine, because the engine, Barry, is hand built.
So this is hand-built engine in a place called Alfalterbach in northern Germany. Lucky enough to be there once before.
You went over to the where they actually make
we were
this.
given a tour around it. Absolutely incredible engine and incredible facilities. So it's one man, one engine. One person builds these units from start to finish. So it's a great story, but put a lot of thought into it. And when the engines are assembled in full, then they're sent to the factory, and that's where they call the marriage ceremony. That's where they're actually paired up to the car itself.
Well, Barry, I always tell people I'm not a mechanic. Tell us a bit about this engine. What's special about it?
So it's just the way that the engine is tuned. So again, it's a turbocharger. You can see the turbocharged unit there in the front of it. It's a massive big turbocharger, but it's a twin scroll turbo. So it's just the way the air is directed into it.
Yeah.
This is a bit like putting your finger over a garden hose. So you have the same amount of water coming out of the hose, but if you cover over half it,
It's going to go fast.
it comes out faster. And this is what it does. It splits the outlet in the turbo into two and directs air faster into cylinders. And that's where they make them more efficient and keeping CO2 emissions down as well in the car, but also delivering power.
And one guy built this engine.
One guy built this engine, yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable.
So nice and neat. Not a whole lot of room there to do a bit of work on.
It's a big engine, isn't it?
It's a big engine, but also there's a big gearbox system in the car. Remember, this car is a 4MATIC system, so this is all-wheel drive. So it's full-time 4-wheel drive.
Animal of you.
Animal, but it's for grip, but also for day-to-day driving as well. There's a whole safety aspect of it as well.
It's absolutely fantastic. Barry, thanks for showing us the engine. A nutter like me, if I bought it, I'm absolutely nutter and I have loads of money. You can even upgrade this engine more, couldn't you?
You can go for the A35 and the A45S. So it's actually the same engine, just bigger power variants. The 45s you tend to lose a bit of comfort with them. They're sort of tuned for racing all the time. Not easy to live with on a day to day. That's the beauty about this car. You can drive it as a regular. You can drive it as a luxury car. It's a regular comfortable car. Like that's why even when we've seen the seats in there,
Yeah.
they have 4-way lumbar support and memory seats.
Yeah. And it'd be easy enough in fuel too. It wouldn't eat fuel. It'd be easy enough.
Depends on the right foot, but yeah, if you drive it a certain way, yeah, it is only a 2-litre engine. It's under the bonnet.
It's unbelievable. It's such power.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
2-litre engine, isn't it?
But that's the way engines are going. They're becoming smaller in size, becoming more and more powerful.
And we're going to have a look at the inside, if that's okay with you, Barry.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
The sound system, I can already look at it, is upgraded too, is it?
Yep. So again, that's part of the Premium Plus pack. It's a full Burmester sound system with upgraded amplifiers, subwoofer, and we've got additional speakers through the car as well. So this is like the car itself. The sound system is also top end.
Unbelievable.
One of my favourite parts of this actually is the the full twin digital displays on it.
I loved it, and it's a nice size, isn't it?
Yep.
Because some of the cars are quite large that we get into. We're getting to drive a lot of cars there, thank God, and some of them are a little bit too big. They just fit perfect.
So just nice and neat and in proportion to the car itself. But this is an AMG. The startup sequence, a particular favourite of mine.
Is the end. I seen that.
Yeah.
When you're starting it.
You can see the whole car comes to life. But this is completely, what we see here is completely different to a regular Mercedes. But this is the latest media system as well, so we have full touchscreen sat-nav. We can customise both screens.
It's a kind of a 3D effect, isn't it?
Yep. So when you press this, we can scroll both left and right, and also up and down as well. You can have your own different settings on the car. You can, but you can set up your profile, and basically this car will get to know you and your habits.
Yeah.
So it'll recommend, if you listen to a certain radio station in the morning time, it'll ask you, would you like to listen to that station? And it could be different to the evening time. The same with phone numbers. But as I said, the car gets to know you, and you can have different profiles for different cars. So we can see our ambient lighting throughout the whole car there.
It's a lovely colour. I can see I'd like that colour now. You
Yeah.
can change the colours, obviously.
You can change the colour. So if someone else is getting into the car, like your partner gets into the car, he or she can set their profile onto it,
I wouldn't
and
let her drive
their colour scheme.
No. She gets to lose.
Yeah.
She's safer to lose.
And there you are.
You've crystals in these too, kind of a crystal effect, isn't it?
Yeah. So I suppose every bulb, both inside and out, is LED in this car.
Oh my God.
Conventional bulbs are gone. But again, part of the premium package is panoramic sunroof.
Yeah, the sunroof is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable. It's comfortable. It's sturdy, isn't it?
But this is very, very solid. But
Yeah.
this is going back to the luxury aspect. This is a luxury car with a very, very sporty element to it, all right. But that's why we have the two front seats are fully electric and with 3 memory settings on them, with 4-way lumbar support. So little things like that, you can, these still must feel and drive like a luxury car.
I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Suede on the doors. Your red stitching. The handles are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, an awful lot of talk got into it. Even the overall trim, the suede on the door panels, and media system wise, this is the latest MBUX of the Mercedes-Benz user experience.
Yeah.
So full voice control. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
set temperature to 21 degrees.
21 degrees on the driver's side.
And that's on the driver's side.
On the driver's side. So we have separate microphones for the driver and passenger.
Yeah.
So if the passenger on your heated seats or to adjust the temperature up and down in the car, it'll do it for the driver's side. Or it'll do it for the passenger side, and the driver's side will do theirs alternatively as well. We've also have a couple of different modes of driving. So
Yeah.
comfort is the default mode. We can go into sport, and you're telling the car you want to drive the car in a sporty way.
Everything tightens up.
Everything tightens up. The gear change will also tighten up as well. It'll rev out slightly higher between gear change. The steering wheel puts a bit of extra weight in the steering wheel, giving the driver more feedback as well. And you're telling the car, look, forget about fuel economy. You want to drive this car like an AMG. However, there's also it's like a track setting on the car, so slippery. So this is where we're telling the gearbox and the differential setting that you want to go. This is like a drift mode in the car. That if you're going to take it onto a track or you're going to drive it very aggressively, you can do that as well.
She'll not kick out, but she'll let you have a bit more fun with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
It puts you more in control of
You're
the
more
car.
in control, and
Yeah.
it turns into a car into a real. This is a driver experience.
And how many gears in it?
8 speed. So this is not like the conventional gearbox. This is an AMG design gearbox for this car as well. It is fully automatic, but it's being a sequential gearbox. We have our paddle shift here as well. The left is to ground the gears and the right is to go up the gears. But these cars also have launch control as well.
So from start to finish, how long does it take for a guy to pick this, go through the whole system and have it landed here to drive home?
Well, we have this car available, and if someone did want to custom order an AMG, you have to allow about 6 months in advance to be able to order exactly what you need. But the idea of having this here is that someone comes in, we've one, you know, sort of presented as what we think one of these cars should be ordered like, and what we would recommend, be certainly recommending.
And it's great for someone like you who knows what they're doing to do that, because an ordinary guy off the street could miss out on bits. So
yeah, well,
it's,
I suppose
it's good.
It's part of our job here is not to tell people what they should buy. It's to look at the different options and to advise them.
Yeah.
Let's look at everything, and you can get. And sometimes people, they mightn't think of certain items that they would like in the car. They might know that certain things exist, but that's our job, is to sit down and spend the time with people, and they can custom order a car to their exact requirements.
And it's not massive money.
No, it's not. That's the other nice thing about it as well. Like, this is a full-blown AMG. As I said, this is the real deal. It's not just a styling pack on a car. Like, this is AMG inside and out. This is going to be a collectible car in years to come.
Yeah.
You know, and the price tag is just over 70,000 euros. I personally, I think it's great value.
If a chap like me came in, had my deposit, what's it, 10% deposit on this, would it?
10% deposit, yeah.
And what would I be roughly a month for an ordinary chap like myself?
It really all depends. There are different finance options, but again, that's part of the buying process.
Yeah.
We sit you down. We have a PCP option, but we also have loans, regular car loans from 2 over to 5 years. Different various deposit amount from 10 to 30%. But again, we have options there as well.
Yeah.
And that's also an important side of it, is to sit down and to customise a payment plan, again, to suit the customer best.
Yeah, because some people see, when they go into a garage, they look at all these cars, but then they see an AMG in the corner and they go, no, I couldn't afford that. But it is affordable.
Oh, it is affordable, absolutely. I mean, you're talking, this is the same price as a regular E220 AMG coupe, you know, and that's a car with a 2-litre diesel.
Yeah.
But this is a full AMG.
And if you only live once.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as I said, there is a point in time where AMGs really start to come back up in value.
Yeah.
And if you look at any collectible car in Mercedes that's about 40 years old.
What can I do for you?
These cars really start going back up in value, and a 40-year-old, you know, S-Class or a well looked after car can be worth in the region maybe 300 or half million euros.
Yeah. If you bought this, it's more important to drive the car than not drive it, isn't it? The
Absolutely,
car, it has to be.
I suppose they are built. They are there to be driven.
Yeah.
There to enjoy them. I'm all about driving a car, and I really enjoy driving myself. And there's a difference between driving a car and abusing a car. But yeah, absolutely.
What do you drive?
Oh, I drive a mixture of cars. Like I really like the E-Class. Like I think an E220D.
Nice bus.
Nice car, nearly 200 brake horsepower, with an AMG pack on it. It's as good as you get.
And to sit in a real AMG though is, I know I keep on saying it to you, it's not much dearer than an AMG pack. If you just go that little bit further, you have the real Mackay.
Yep, but you're constantly reminded, even sitting in the car, from driving it, everywhere you look, that this is not a standard Mercedes.
Yeah.
How may I help you?
We have AMG.
And she's very good, isn't she?
She's very, very good, actually. Very, very helpful.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, you can switch it off and you go back to the regular button as well.
No, I like her because my wife never asks me what do I want. It's great to have her. I like her already.
Yeah.
So I do. The missus might be jealous of her, but I like her. No, I think it's fantastic. The style inside is brilliant, and I'm not blowing it up yet, but when you go into here, it's comfortable to go into. You can go into the garage and ask silly questions and they're answered, and everything you need is there.
Yeah, there's probably no such thing as a silly question.
No.
You know, a lot of people aren't as technically minded, and you know, what seem like a silly question to them, but you know, people do. You know, most people are very, very genuine, and you know, if someone takes an interest in us, we're definitely going to take an interest in them.
So Fitzpatrick's of Kildare Town and Barry.
Yep.
It's the place to go if you want to have a look at this car. Our YouTube is growing, thank God, Barry, and it's the channel's coming along.
Yeah, sure. Well, look, that's why we love seeing you guys coming in.
We're getting some cool cars, and I lads think I'm a bit of a nutter. I am a nutter. I love coming into you because without you, we wouldn't be able to build the channel.
Yep.
Jamie's after doing t-shirts. We have our t-shirts all custom made now, the Gas Donkey t-shirts. But we've respect for cars, and we have respect for garages because we need them. And Mercedes are after completely upgrading the whole look of their car, but they haven't brought their prices up.
Yeah,
they've kept it sensible, haven't they?
Yeah, so they've just really changed their approach in the last few years. They're better value.
Fantastic value.
That's my own personal opinion on it. You know, their target audience is a lot younger.
Yeah.
Like when you take our target market for A-Class and CLA is 25 and upwards.
Yeah.
You know, they're building just a really, really cool car.
That's brilliant. And you look at the fronts of these. I love the front of them. They're really after coming on. That's a gorgeous Audi. They're absolutely stunning. Oh, that's mine, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know what, we love trading in Audis.
No, but that's a project car. We're building that from the ground up.
Okay.
And we've a complete new suspension, a lot of work done on that, and she got me 350 brake horsepower.
Yeah, right.
But it's worth nothing. Any money we spend on it, as the wife said, and throwing it in the bin.
Yeah.
But that's our project car. We don't drive it much.
You'd be better off buying one of these. It's already done for you.
But
it is a. You have to look at this as a bit of an investment.
But you're right, and it's affordable.
Yeah.
The only problem with me is my wife is very fertile, and she had 4 kids.
Yep.
And we need a big yoke. But I'm actually might be coming into you because we're changing ours this year, and I'm trying to talk her into going to a Merc because she's used to the Jeeps. So I might come in because we're looking this year for ourselves.
Well,
and around the market now this year. For
we
nice.
have the new Mercedes GLB out as well.
Yeah.
So this is a mid-size SUV.
Yeah.
Automatic standard as is, leather upholstery. You know, again, really high specification. 7 seats.
Yeah.
All for mid-40s.
Yeah, because is it?
Yep.
That's not bad.
That's actually the reaction we get from everyone.
Yeah, because I might come in because our franchise is going well, and I'm in the position to buy something nice. Thank God. Touch plastic. It's not plastic, it's leather. Touch leather. And we're in the position, so we're doing a video on that this summer. I'd say August. You know, in August we're looking for something.
Cool.
I might bring her in. So I might. Alright, thanks so much. What we're going to do is a video of the inside. And if you want this car, lads, it's in Fitzpatrick's of Kildare Town, which we'll be doing a big picture of the outside. Yeah. I like your new showrooms, your new garage, and it looks really well.
It's great. Very, very modern, but very, very comfortable.
Yeah. And this car, you took it out nice and quick. You have loads of doors to get out, and
plenty of access in and out of the showroom. But also, with times we're in, we've lots of room inside.
Yeah.
There's lots of room to be socially distant.
Yeah, and you have your presentation area for a chap to collect his car and make a bit of a fuss of him.
Handover bay, it's going down very, very well with people.
Very professional, really nice. Well, we have keeping a distance because there is a screen here, you just can't see it. And we haven't hugged each other, which we normally do.
Yeah.
So we're really copping on, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Barry, thanks very much. Can we touch elbows?
Absolutely.
We can, and a lovely shirt, absolutely beautiful shirt on you. I have a Apple Watch as well.
There you go.
Same as yours.
Yeah.
We can link our watches together.
Really?
We could, yeah.
Okay.
Go down to best friends.
Besties, yeah.
Besties, yeah. From Gas Donkey. Good luck. I had a beautiful morning here in Fitzpatrick's of Kildare Town. See you there, Jamie. I'm not just saying that they're lovely people. I'm not just saying they're lovely people to come into. Stunning car. Please subscribe for more of these channels, and we have a lot more cars to come. T-shirts. If you want one of these t-shirts, click this just there, click it there. Jamie have a link and it'll bring us straight to our little shop with our bits and pieces in it. And that's Jamie's little business. He's 17, he's going to be selling the t-shirts and making a few quid out of it. But stunning car. Thank you Fitzpatrick so much. Thank you Barry so much. And Kildare Town, absolutely fantastic. Please subscribe. From Gas Donkey. Paul here, Jamie on the camera. Good luck.